You know, when you look at this year, folks, today is May 1st of 2026. We started this year off with a major scandal in January, landfill, Johnstown 2.0.
Oh, 2.0. Hilarious.
And the city council announced Johnstown 2.0. That should probably be the title of our episode.
Another proposed and very preliminary idea for Johnstown 2.0 is turning the old Rosedale neighborhood, which is now used as a slag dump, into a potential landfill, which Marty Nuska and Clark say could drive major revenue into the city.
Just to be a part of, ask, what do you want to see in the city in 2026? From city council perspective, from local government perspective, from business perspective, and to combine all of those things together.
Because the reality is, you heard it on the news, they all bragged about it. You have not heard one word about Johnstown 2.0 since January. We have, in February, the big drama was the city was unable to plow and maintain road safety in our streets with the winter weather.
It was too much.
And they said, you have to be patient. We need weeks to clear the snow. Folks, are you getting the message that they're incompetent yet? We get into March, and now we're into April. Now we hit May. We see no new ideas. What is the biggest focus the city council has? Folks, I put this on Facebook, and I'm going to say it to you now. When the city council felt threatened back in the fall, we had a man who was so angry about the idea of a time capsule being the coffin.
That old guy that went?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had department heads and the police chief tackle him. It made national news. They were so threatened. What did we see our elected council do? They changed policies.
Wait, didn't they hire?
They hired Ricky Britt in, 72 to be the security guard.
They locked down City Hall, so you have to get
locked down City Hall to be buzzed in. They changed policies. They even put a policy in about recording these meetings online.
I'll tell you, for a policy, they should have a policy that if you're on city council, you shouldn't be able to get a job in city government for like 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Let's
They
say
all did
Capriotti and Ricky Britt got
yeah.
it. I mean, there should be laws.
My point, though, in telling you this is when the city council feels threatened, they take immediate action. They went on the news. They went on social media. Now that the crime is in our neighborhoods, it took an explosion of 5 days to get a single comment, and then they deny there's an issue. That's the point.
Was it 4 shootings?
I thought it was 3 shootings in 4 days. Plus there were stabbings and a bomb threat. And I mean, it was...
So you need all that to get a walk.
But if someone screams,
church.
But if someone screams at you in a council meeting, they respond with force and they get nasty and they trash everybody.
I had someone threaten me to shoot me in front of 2 police officers, and I asked the Chief Britton. I told him about it, and I said, if I did that in front of City Council and threatened them like that, what would you do? And he said, oh, I'd arrest you for that. And I said, so then why aren't we arresting people who say that to me? I mean, check the body cameras. And nothing ever happened, and I didn't expect anything to happen, but that's the way it is.
When Joe and I ran, folks, we had a platform to address all of this. One, we wanted to obtain a state grant through the governor with Representative Burns to bring a police substation to Moxham. Representative Burns has been sharing news stories.
We've been talking about
heavily
the substation in Moxham
years.
for like a decade.
And they keep saying it's not necessary, and they poo-pooed it. We
Or
talked about
something. I know now they have these cameras around.
And the cameras are a Band-Aid because they want people to feel safe, and
Well,
they're big and boisterous, and that's another issue. We had the idea, we put this out there, we got trashed for the entertainment sector. We wanted to actually bring people back to the city. Because when you look around, folks, we probably have, Chuck Arnoti, I hope you showed the clip, says we have a crime problem because the kids have nothing to do, and it's easier, they don't want to work. He gives this rip-roaring. He's not totally wrong about the breakdown of the American family, but he's wrong in the fact that
it's the kind of culture that they're bringing to the city, and they have to be very careful because that's their voting base. So they have to be very careful how they address that. We haven't been careful. We've just been saying that you're bringing in the trash and the ghetto culture from Philly.
I've said the pipeline to Philly on the news multiple times. I have been ripped for it, folks. I am not a racist. No one, and I challenge Sylvia to say this, I have done more advocating for minority communities.
You realize that all you have to do to be a racist is not agree with whatever they say.
And
so
yeah.
If you tell them water is wet and they tell you it's dry,
you're a racist.
You're a racist.
And folks, that's just ridiculous.
But it's the ghetto. It's that ghetto culture, and that's what we have coming in. What the lobster house? What was it? Was that
the
crab
crab house?
I mean, where do people come up with these things?
And folks, I put that on Facebook to draw attention to it. And then I'm being accused of being a racist for stopping a flop house, which, by the way, our council did not know about until I put it online. They don't pay.
And the guy that was doing it completely blames you for.
Oh, it's all my fault because and the thing is,
you brought attention to.
And that's folks, that's my job. That's what I do as an activist. But Joe and I wanted to bring business incentives, KOZ zones, tax-free zones to draw business in. Folks, we go downtown.
Oh, it's
dead.
Ship.
And when you say that, they say you're lying.
I don't like going down there. I have to go down there about once a week for something, and every time I'm down there, it's
dead.
And there's rental stuff down there that I have to deal with through people I manage property for, and I wouldn't want a property downtown.
You take a look at the Central Park debacle. Joe and I were very heavily talking about how that's affecting the crime in the area. The council will argue otherwise and say it's no, it's not great. It's ugly. They took out too much of the greenery. When it reopens, do you have faith it's going to save the city?
Oh, not at all.
That $8 million, folks, should have been diverted to other programs like our police.
There's so many needs the city has.
And before you say, oh, it can't happen, it had to be used for a park, that's a lie that they're spreading.
And they're spreading that
over and over because they don't want to have to admit that they took the money.
Well, if you say something enough, people just believe it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the other thing, folks, is the raise grant. No one seems to be talking on city council that come this January, allegedly there's a $24.5 million transportation grant that's going to be closing down Main Street.
Oh, they're going to take out Main Street.
It's going to be a 2-year refit. Originally, Art told me that the fountain and the gazebo would not be reopened when the park went.
They ran
and
out
the
of money.
Sidewalks for the gazebo Park Place. He went on the news during this crime thing basically saying, oh, that's not true, we're under budget. Well, of course you're under budget. You took out these other programs you're going to use the raise grant money to fix.
Well, I also heard that the reason they were doing the tree planting through Vision is because they ran out of funding.
Oh, yeah.
So they pushed the tree planting through to Vision to do, which was supposed to happen last week, I guess, and now it's happening in May something.
May 30. So, folks, we're at a point now where I said I don't want this to come across as bitchy. Maybe it is.
No, I don't care. Whatever. We've
told you. What I'd like to see happen is I would like to see change. Joe is going to splice through all of these videos of them trashing us. I'd like to see a built economy. I'd like to see our leaders openly addressing this without being browbeat so badly by the community. Just do your job. Why? I mean, and honestly, do these people regret running? I just saw Taylor Clark's post about his business being vandalized in the garbage. Taylor, you're downtown. You're one of the chosen few. I feel bad this is happening to you. This is the 3rd or 4th time from a smashed window at Coney Island to your phone lines being cut.
He lives in the city.
You live in the city.
Yeah, that's what it is. Every time someone does something in my area, I don't put it online.
Yeah.
I mean, you call me, if I had negative every time someone did something to my property down here and I posted online, I mean, you got someone using your dumpster or someone cut a phone line. I mean, that's it? Really? Well, you're ahead of the curve, buddy.
And the joke of it is, you're doing it for attention. That's okay. Maybe his business is faltering. We don't know. Yeah. What I do know is the business owners I talk to downtown.
Or maybe he really is shocked that something's happening because he believes his own smoke about.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What about the other council members? We haven't heard one word from the other 5.
No.
Where are they?
Well, Nick was quiet after he screwed up the cat thing.
The cat thing. and he never retracted
it. And he just
let it
disappeared on that.
And the others, we don't hear a word. And folks, while we're telling you these stories about what's going wrong with the city, remember, you're paying about $200 or $300 a month for a water bill. Just keep that in mind. And you elected these people who just passed another rate increase at the JRA Tuesday. Last month, there was a rate increase at the Water Authority. And you support this, even though you claim you don't. You keep voting these same people in. And then you trash people like us. Folks, we're not running anymore. We're done. We're telling you the truth. Why don't you believe
Well, that's
us?
the problem. We've always been doing this.
Yeah.
And that's why they hate us.
As you see rusted threads in the background. And yeah, folks, there's a new documentary coming out. You'll see it soon enough.
There is?
Is there?
Oh, wow.
Maybe the video will get leaked. But the point is, at some point, when are you going to wake up? I'm not putting this out there to be cruel or cold. I know everyone's going to watch this. I'd like to see things fixed, addressed.
Well, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
I don't either. What I think's going to happen, folks, is I think Joe and I really were the last chance you had to save the city. That was our slogan, save our city, on the billboard that everybody trashed us for. One billboard.
Yeah.
What I think's going to happen is I think somewhere deep down Sylvia knows that she's lying to the community, and I think she lives with that because I don't think she's a bad person per se. I think that she knows that she's selling a grift, and as we see people decide not to fight, they're not going to trash online, they're going to move. They're not going to live here. They're not going to want to spend money here. It's going to